Hello, you found me here at IKEA. That's because today I want to show you how to shop for plants. One of the biggest trends right now in home decor is actually selecting plants for your house. These can be real, they can be fake. It's basically adding in greenery. And when, I don't know how you feel, but with winter and just the stress of everything that's going on in the world, I sometimes really do feel that a plant gives me a lot of comfort. So let's figure out the best way of picking the plants for your house and where to use them and where not to use them. So follow me as we talk about what's going to work. Okay, so this is what they call English ivy. And this is an okay ivy to use in your house, except that it's not a great copy. Ivy is actually a tiny bit pointier than what we're seeing here. But if it's something that you're going to put up high, like you have a hanging plant that's coming down, this is actually a pretty decent option to use. So I'd give it sort of a 50% in terms of a choice. Again, another good example of some kind of trailing. So again, it's okay because it's like super shiny on the leaf, which on some plants really do have shiny leaves. And that's one of the reasons I like IKEA, is it mixes artificial plants as well as the real thing. So we're going to look at both as we keep going. This one's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It doesn't move too much. This is also a faux plant. And this one I would say is a pretty nice one if you're going to put it on top of a shelf. Open shelves at home, for instance. Something like this is nice to add in a little bit of greenery. The goal in any room is to add one taller plant and one lower plant. That way it feels like you did something and it wasn't overdone. Of course, you can always add more, but the minimum would be something like that. So plants like this that have a variegated leaf, so variegated means there's two colors or multiple colors in the leaf, are pretty nice when, again, they're up high. I like this as a hanging planter, which is something you could hang near a window so it looks more authentic, or you can simply stand it on a desk that it gets a little bit of light or looks like it does. And of course, the beauty of any faux plant is that it doesn't have to be near the window, obviously. You don't have to look after it. And it will give you the sensation of having a plant. Now, let's look and see if there's a couple more. We'll talk about real plants in a minute. We always add plants to our room decor because it just makes a space feel better. And honestly, I know no one ever believes me when I say this, but if you add in a really good tree and then a little potted plant, it's amazing. It changes how the space feels. These guys are great. These are like super little guys. I don't know how much they are, but these little succulents, perfect. Good copies, and you couldn't even tell that they aren't the real thing. I'm gonna get these. So I'm just gonna say I'm not in love with this. I think it's hard to do faux flower arrangements well, but if you like doing it and you love the look, go for it. But we're just looking for plants today, so don't grab that, Sam. We're not getting that today. Okay. Oh, look at these little apple blossoms. Okay, this is an orchid, which they've been sort of all the rage in the last 10 years or so. This is a faux orchid. This is one plant that I would say to you, you really should get the real thing. If you are in your house most of the time, you can actually manage a real orchid. I'll show you some over here. I spotted them because, here, come with me, let me show you. Real orchids really require very little effort. In fact, the less you look at the orchid, the happier it is. It likes to be ignored because it is just one of those plants that believes it's superior than you. So I find that these ones, my orchids, have done very well, and I keep them in a window that gets light, but not direct light. So I have my shades down that light goes through, and it tends to really like that. And I water it maybe every 2 weeks, and it's pretty happy. So you can see here, I'll just show you. A real orchid is very similar to the faux orchids, but you just, obviously a real plant is just nicer in your environment, of course, because it brings life, gives energy, it absorbs sunlight, and produces oxygen. So why wouldn't you buy the real thing? But again, if you're going to buy the faux, remember, you want to look for some of these little tips. Not bad, not a bad plant. Pretty good on the leaf side, and the real version of this does have a sort of shiny leaf and pretty good variegation. Pretty good sort of faux earth in it. It's looking a little bit better than some of the past eras. So these are pretty nice sort of shelf versions. And then there's lots of great trees, which are a little bit better. Let's go over here and see. Shall we see if it's real or fake? Bamboo. This is probably one of my less favorite fakes, because you can see here, You can see how it inserts in there. But you know, from a distance, who's looking? And again, bamboo is actually pretty decent in the faux side. Okay, over here, it's artificial, but over here, it's real. So again, these guys can manage not having a whole lot of time spent on them because they're pretty hardy. Remember, they're here inside a building that has no natural light, with the exception of a window way over there. So they obviously have to be hardy if they're managing. But if that's just too much for you, these great palms are fantastic. And the other key thing about these, if you're going to buy them, they're a good price, they're $40, is you want a really good pot for them, and that will make it look great. So you might combine a couple of these, like these in one room or these in a room, and you get a really nice touch of greenery that makes anyone happy regardless of the time of year.